Hey, I'm back with another video. Just want to show you guys why I set my t-shirt up the way that I did on my Photoshop from my last video. I ordered this shirt here from Aviva Wholesale. So this is the shirt, and because it does not have white on the sleeves, I figure it may be easier for me to do an all over on this type of shirt because I don't have to worry about the black, and I do want the shirt to be black. So this will maybe make it a little easier for me. It's like my thought process. So as you can see, the different angles is how this t-shirt is made. So that's less work that I need to do because my son does want his t-shirt black. So I'm going to take you over to Photoshop just so you can see a little bit more of what I'm doing. So this is the other t-shirt that he wants, is one of these above the rim t-shirts. These are like his favorite movie, Juice and Above the Rim. So I am going to show you how I am removing some of this verbiage from this that I got from doing a Google search just for this image. And what I am going to do is just on this particular layer right here that I'm on, I'm going to add my layer mask. And on my layer mask is where I'm going to make sure I'm selected by clicking onto it, because I want to take one of my brushes, and I'm going to go to my brush tool, and I have a small brush here. Well, I'm not even on the right brush that I want actually, because this brush is not the brush that I want. I want a soft round brush whenever I do this, and I can bring up how big I want the brush. So that's a little bit bigger, as you can see, that circle. So this will make it a little bit bigger, and I think I'm going to go with that size. So I'm going to just click somewhere over here just to get that off. So what I'm going to start doing is just taking away this part down here. As you can see, when I move it back and forth, it takes away that writing that I don't want on my shirt, and some of that black line that was there too. So what I want to do is just kind of fade off some of these edges. And you know, I'm still a work in progress with this, but all I know is that I don't want any of the harsh edges to show up. So this is my process to just take away that line. You see how it's like removing that line? So I'm just gonna just do it little by little, and just want to do it a little bit around here. Take that line off. Okay, you see how it just takes away that harsh line. It's not harsh anymore. And I don't want to do too much over there near his face. I don't want to mess that up. So that's it. That's all I'm going to do. That looks pretty good to me. And at the same time, I can see what I did over here on my layer mask. So let me move this out the way. But now what I can do is get my t-shirt to the size where I want the image to appear. And because I only want it in the front of that shirt that I had just shown you, I only want it here, basically in the front. I don't want it all over the sleeves and all of that. I just want like a very specific area of this shirt to be sublimated. I keep trying to scroll down, but anyway, it won't let me. So that's what I want to do. And to get it to fit within that area, let me take this off, put it back on my move tool, and what I'm gonna do is I'll just bring this down, because when it prints, I can tell that this here, this template is set up into the layers, and I'm gonna zoom out so you can see it. So for the different sizes that I want, small, medium, large and extra large, 2X, and this one down here is like, that's 2X to 3X, and this is like 4 to 5X or something like that. And like this here, text and photo is my safe area, so that's where I want to make sure that I stay within this area. And oh, let me turn off this layer, because I had that under there just to have a guide of how I want this to be set up for both of my t-shirts. So I just want to bring things in a little bit more. I'm not going to put it directly inside of the box, because I want to keep in mind the sleeves. I know my sleeves are black, and I know the rest of it is white. So I just want to line this up, and then here's my middle where that line turns solid. So I just kind of want to make sure that I'm within the safe zone, and I don't want any of their faces to go into the sleeves of my shirt. And I can maybe bring it up a little bit. I don't want to bring it up too much, because I know there's going to be a collar, and I don't really want any of them cut off or to be within that collar space either. So I think that this looks good. And if I turn off this eyeball here and turn this one on, it'll show my t-shirt and what it will print like. So that looks like a good space. And how I like to double check if it really is, I'm going to turn that off, and then I'm going to keep this on for printing. So if I go to File, Print, and also I'm going to do some testing where I want Photoshop to manage, because it is people in these pictures, and I want their images to look good, and I don't want all the colors to be off. So I am going to be doing testing on some polyester material that I bought from Walmart. It was really cheap, just a big few pounds of it, or however it goes, for just maybe $4 or something. But anyway, so I click print, and I have this set up, as you can see from my video from yesterday, as a 2x2, so it'll print me 4 sheets, and this is what will be on each of my 4 sheets. And I only did 4 because I only want this image within this part of my t-shirt, and I know that my t-shirt will stop here somewhere around there, and I don't want this image all the way down in there per se, because it is more of a center design. But I can bring it down some more if I want to cover up a little bit of this space, because what's going to print is a lot of black, and I'm okay with that, because essentially I'm dyeing this t-shirt black with my black sublimation ink. So that saves me from having to do the whole t-shirt black and then do the back of it black as well, so I could do the front and back. So this is just why I set my paper up to be this way, 13 by 19, and I use my printer to do that versus Adobe or some other type of software. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these printed, because this will be my first time doing this as well. So just want to give you guys a video so you can kind of see what I did, and also when you click over here, you can see the rest of your pages just like you could see it when it was over there as well. So I'm going to click no, because I have a little bit of more work that I want to do with this shirt. Like I was saying, you know, I can bring it down some more, and then if I do Control Alt and drag it down, it'll kind of drag it without, you know, like distorting any of my image or anything like that. But those are all little, see, kind of make it bigger without doing any distortion. But I just have to get this lined up where I don't want the whole design all the way at the bottom. I kind of want it more in the center. So I'm going to just click that little check mark. And when I print, I also want to make sure that I go here in my images and do the brightness and contrast, because I can choose to let Photoshop do it automatically. And in this case it chose 0, but I can manually move these since I will be letting Photoshop control my colors. And I am using Hippo ink. And so another thing I want to just show you is, like, if you're using Hippo ink, there is a profile that they do have for it, and you use the ET8550, and there's a whole process for setting that up. But you can YouTube that, or if you need a video for that, you can just comment down below and I'll give you the steps for setting that up as your profile. But when I do that and I have Photoshop manage the colors, you just go within here and you choose it, and then you go into all of these different printers, and then you'll see ET8550 once you set up the drivers for your color profile. And then I just keep all of this the same, excuse me, and then I could click done, because I'm just going to test this out and I'm going to print these colors. Just make it, I'm just going to print like maybe a little 4x6 image and test and make sure that these look good, because I also have my juice design here as well. So I just want to make sure of where these look like they're going to print and hit on this t-shirt. So for this one, I'm just going to do the same thing and go into my print preview. I'm not printing anything, I'm just looking at what it's going to print like. So this is what it looks like. It's going to be more of a center design, and it looks like some of my juice wording will be down there in those last 2 quadrants. So see, if I click on them, it shows me what's going to print on those 13 by 19 pages, because that's how I have this set up for my canvas size and for my image size. So I hope you find this video helpful, and thanks for watching. And maybe you can go and create you something as well. Alright, see you in the next one.